Hey guys, hope you can actually hear me. So, if you will remember last time, I leveled myself up and became a rogue, and I said I would accept this quest today. So, I'm gonna accept this quest, and we're gonna get right into it. Alright, still in them, sorry, Herobrine. How ye fancy a trip outside the city walls? I'd like ye to visit an orchard by the name of Summerford Farms. Ever heard of the place? The owner, Sailor, is an old faithful. He's got himself a crew of mostly reformed pirate types, if ye can believe that, and has been trying to bring a better life back to the fields after the calamity spoiled the soil. Ye mentioned needing another hand or two, and your name sprang to mind. I gave ye a glowing recommendation, so make sure ye work hard and impress the old bastard. You need directions? The place ain't hard to find. Just take the Zephyr Gate out of the city and follow the road northeast. Alright. So, that's what I'm going to do. So, I go out here and go to the Zephyr Gate. By the way, I watched my video from last time and I could not hear myself without turning up my volume really loud. So I'm gonna try to talk louder. Okay, so I'm gonna kill all the stuff on that list there. Lambs, rats, and puke. Once I do that, I head to Summerford. Here's the pupils. Kill these pupils. All that's left are gonna be lambs. Now all that's left is for me to kill 3 lambs. And then I'll have it. Alright, that should be the last of them. I'll report back to the Rogues Guild once I completed this area. And that'll be around the end of the episode. I'm not gonna kill the Goblin Fishers, and you'll see why probably next episode. Actually, I probably should have killed them, because... Yeah, I'll come back and kill them later. I'll kill them. There is a quest coming up where I'm gonna need like 5 gear. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Manage to level up in time. Doing that right. Well, look at that. It seems one of the other quests I have is to talk to Stalewind as well. So I'll get both of those done. Ah, you must be the adventurer Baderon promised to send along. Herobrine Duskwielder, wasn't it? You honored his word, so that's a good start. I'm Stalewind, the old bastard as Baderon likely described him. And this here is my humble orchard. A good number of the lads and lasses working here once terrorized the high seas, and if you're wondering why I employ these scrags, well, they used to be to crew my pirate ship. But the calamity did for our ship like it did so many others, and I was sore wounded into the bargain. I had to feed myself and my crew somehow, and Admiral Merylweb's initiative to get us landlocked buccaneers working the fields seemed too fine an offer to refuse. That guy right there, he's trouble. He's trouble. That's all I'm gonna say. Well, it turns out you can take the pirate away from the sea, but you can't take the sea away from the pirate. A lot of my blokes just never learned to never took to tending to the soil, you see. And that guy that went by was one. And unfortunately, the botanists I called in to train them have been wringing their hands in black despair. With so much work piling up, I need a tougher soul like you to step in and help where it's needed. Choose one of these. Now we got a question. Stalewind, owner of Summerford Farms, wishes to inspect your equipment and thereby gauge your readiness for the tasks he has in mind. I'm going to have to get level 5 gear for this. So, is this level 5? Yep. Is this level 5 stuff? Yep. Level 5 stuff here? Nope. Level 5 stuff here? Yep. Here? Yep. And I look really silly, don't I? Do I have to have level 5 headgear? I don't know, so I'm gonna wear this just in case. Okay, that should be good. I have a mind to set you a task, Duskwielder, but before I do, I need to be sure you're properly kitted out. Pirates don't care to parley with dandies, you understand. It might well be that the ones here have traded in their cutlasses for coulters, but they're still rogues at heart. I know a soldier's set of gear when I see it. Come back when you think you're more suitably equipped. Yep. Head, I did need my head. Body, hands, legs, and feet. That should be good. Yep. This is good. Oh, skipping. Sorry. Sorry. Okay, Kiss of the Lost. This just makes my attacks better. I know I look really stupid right now. I'm gonna take off the hat and put back on the Helm of Light because I can still use it to level up. I hope I've read you aright. For I've a task that requires the attention of a capable adventurer. Might that adventurer be you? No, I'm gonna decline just because I skipped some of it on accident. Ah, Duskwielder, that aura of confidence tells me you've not been idle since we last met. I hope I've read you aright. For I've a task that requires the attention of a capable adventurer. Might that adventurer be you? Okay. So, lurkers in the grotto. Yeah, this last time I went into the cave where I'm gonna have to go this time. So, that's what I was spoiling when I went in there to kill those bogeys. Okay, here we go. Good to hear. Then I shall lay before you the sorry tale. You will have heard rumors of the abductions, eh? Citizens have been disappearing from every corner of Limsa Lominsa, as if plucked from the face of Hydaelyn, boots and all, by an unseen hand. And what's this got to do with Summerford Farms, might you ask? Well, that remains to be seen, but it seems a collection of right unsavory fellows with azure tattooed faces has been creeping up to the edges of the fields and spying on my yellow men. Now, I doubt anyone would enjoy being scrutinized by such savages at the best of times, but the farm hands are convinced that they are the kidnappers of the rumor come for their hides. Needless to say, they're beside themselves with worry, which is the very last thing I need when my old crewmen are still getting used to their new jobs. 'Tis a struggle to get them to leave the farmhouse of a morning. That is, as they say, where you come in. Would you be willing to investigate these tattooed thugs for me? Yes. Good lad. The sooner we get to the bottom of this, the sooner this place will start to resemble a working farm again. I suggest you begin by having a look around Seasong Grotto. If reports are to be believed, our unwelcome visitors have occupied the place. Be careful though, Duskwielder. I couldn't say for sure what manner of miscreants we're dealing with here. If they are the kidnappers, we'll just be on your guard, alright? Now we're gonna go beat some people up. Now that I'm level 10, I can use the Chocobo Porter, because I got my other character to level 10. It's that or it's 15. I don't remember what my other character's level was. Oh, we'll see. Yeah, it was level 10. So I'm gonna put back on this Seer. Alright, so now we're gonna head to Seasong Grotto, looking really, really stupid in pink and red. But that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna head to Seasong Grotto, and we're gonna try to find the kidnappers. I've already played this game. I haven't beaten it, but I know most of what's going on, so I already know what's going to happen here. But I'm not gonna ruin the experience for you. Okay, this is Seasong Grotto, where I killed the bogies previously. Give you a nice look around. That's Seasong Grotto. Here's what we do. We're gonna interact with this stone monument. And right about now, someone's gonna show up and talk to us. And I don't remember what her name is. But,
I am the waves that bear. I am the winds that guide. I am the evening stars. I am the morning sky. I am born of the sea, and there shall I die. Thus reads the sailor's requiem, carved into yonder stone. Such words well describe the manner in which the citizens of Limsa Lominsa live their lives. It is both a litany against misfortune for those out on the waves, and a prayer that the souls of those who perish on land might find their way back to the sea. Ah, you are the adventurer I've seen around Summerford Farms. I thought myself on the trail of the kidnappers, but it would seem I have missed my mark.
You sure about that? Because I came here for the kidnappers too. And Kubu.
Or perhaps not. As I suspected, the etheric disturbance here is no natural occurrence.
Yeah, you see that device around her neck? It lets her see etheric disturbances.
Nor is it a coincidence that the two of us should come here in search of those responsible for the disappearances, only to be attacked.
By Gubu, who has a knife somewhere. I don't know where he has a knife. Someone put a knife.
But who stands to benefit from the keeping of this secret?
The kidnappers, obviously.
Oh, such thoughts must wait. Let us attend to the task at hand, unpleasant though it be.
Okay, here we go. Just gotta wait. Minions pop up. We can't really do anything. Basically just now if you were able to hear me last time I said never attack the dude. This is probably the only time that you can see. Have no choice but to attack. They're gonna attack. Thanks. Yep. So the Gubu's down.
Phew!
My first crystal of light. You get these by slaying primals normally. Or rather, dealing with primals.
Hear, feel, think.
Yep, here's this again.
Crystal Bearer. I am Hydaelyn, all made one. A light there once was that shone throughout this realm, yet it hath since grown dim.
Darkness.
And as it hath faltered, so hath darkness risen up in its stead, presaging an end to life.
Well, that was close.
For the sake of all, I beseech thee, deliver us from this fate. The power to banish the darkness dwelleth in the crystals of light. Journey forth and lay claim to them.
Now for the big one.
By thy deeds shall the crystals reveal themselves to thee. Only believe, for the light liveth in thy heart. Shine thy light on all creation.
Awake again? Are we? Aha! The poor creature's fury was kindled with cruel forethought. See this blade? I found it in the Gubu's back.
Ah, so it was the back that had a knife.
I have seen knives of this kind before. They are most commonly used for the cutting of rope.
Therefore, this knife suggests that our culprits are pirates.
It would appear our culprits are seafaring men of some persuasion. Piratical being the most probable. In any event, you seem much recovered from your sudden affliction. I confess, I was rather taken aback when you collapsed at the very moment of our victory. Mayhap a surfeit of ether? I beg your pardon. A towering crystal. I'm sure I don't... Oh! Well, well. This has been a day of unexpected revelations. I must continue my investigation. In the meantime, I suggest you deliver this knife to your patron, along with a warning concerning the pirate's probable involvement in this murky business. The days ahead promise little rest, I fear. May our paths cross again, under the light of the crystal.
Dustwielder, right. Right glad am I to see you safely return. My lads were all gabbing about hearing what sounded like all seven hells breaking loose near the grove. I feared I'd sent you to your death. If you were in the middle of that commotion, I hope it yielded something of interest. I'd hate to think you'd risk your life for naught. Blood sailors. A blade pulled from the back of a creature you slew at the cave, eh? I agree that such a knife would be part of any seafaring man's kit. I'm starting to think these ruffians are pirates, come to lure my farmhands back to a life of plunder. Chances are they didn't take too kindly to your appearance on their doorstep and set a mad and Google on you. The pirates have been added to their numbers of late. I'd best warn the lads and lasses in my employ to be on guard against their scheme. You met someone else at the grotto? A woman with a strange contraption? Ishol. She's been in Limsa for a good while. Her studies of the ether often bring her out to Summerford, so her presence at the grotto is hardly unusual. She's an odd-looking lass, I'll grant you, but she's not the kind to associate with kidnappers. You may take my word for that. Where trust should be lacking is in those yellow men of mine, who have yet to wholly relinquish their pirate past. The temptation to return to the free and easy life of a buccaneer may prove too strong to resist. You have my thanks, Dr. If it weren't for the efforts of stalwart adventurers like yourself, this farm would be in a far worse state than it is. Just you keep on lending your talents to those in need, eh? Help bring Limsa to the brighter future she deserves. And I'm going to take potions to get ether. I'm going to equip that. By the way, if you know how to use these for anything, please post it in the comments because I have no idea how to use these Cascader uniform vouchers. No idea at all. How the heck did I get this? Oh yeah, I bought it. Okay, now that's set to the hotbar so I can be running around dying and I have to do myself. Okay, start. Alright. The Sea Sloth Severin, that's the guy that won't pass and his lot never around when there's work to be done. I'd sooner hire you for the sake of getting things done, but then the rapscallions would never learn. Round them up and let them know that Stalwart were the like order, and don't take no one for an answer. Excuse me. Versant is eyeing fertile new fields for Summerport Farms, a pest for true is violence. Blast! How's a botanist supposed to accomplish field work without a field to work in? Washed up pirates are well and good when you want a field pillaged and plundered, but not when you need it plowed. A lone horticulturist such as myself hardly strikes fear in the hearts of monsters. Your gait is such that I believe you might. I'd be much obliged if you could rid the field of some mandragoras. With 5 fewer of the sprouting critters roaming about, I'm sure I can return to my work. Alright, here we go. So, let's get this guy right here. Yeah, no matter what you say, it's gonna be the same thing. And really, what they say is not important whatsoever to the storyline or anything. So I'm going to skip it. Now where's the guy over here? I know there's a guy over here talking about his drag. Now it's split. So he's gonna say the same things no matter what you choose. I'm just gonna choose slow line just cause I want to. I won't skip Severin though because he does play a part. What is to happen? So, yeah, play the Mandragoras on my way to his base. Yeah, so it really doesn't matter what you pick. As I've said 1,000 times, they're just gonna say the same exact things. And go to some whatever its name is. Two more of these little tiny guys. That should be all of them. Okay, now there's only one guy left. And I bet you figured out who it is, but if you haven't, well, I guess you will figure it out now. That's right, Severin, the guy from before, just so you can see that it's the same guy. Hey, I'm Severin. You the old man's errand boy now? Probably am gonna be soon. Tell my dear old cabin not to wet his britches. I'll be along. Oh, and just so we're clear, I don't care for landlubbers. Go find the chocobo you rode in on and ride it on out. So, he's not very nice, is he? Now we're gonna talk to Stalewern and complete the quest, as well as Gerson. Okay, Stalewern first. You continue to impress, lad. All but Severin are accounted for. It's no fault of yours he squirmed out. I've let that worm wiggle through my fingers more times than I can count. But rest assured, the next time I see him, I'll put him squarely in the dirt, where all such worms belong. How about that? You've already done more than the whole lot of slothful sea slugs combined. If only they spent half as much time proving their worth as they do talking about it. I'm gonna see if I can equip anything new. Oh, I can't, so guess this is how I'm gonna look for now. Pains me to say, but all the gil in the world can't buy loyalty. There are some like you who can be trusted, but then there are others. Like, what was his name? I forgot his name. I told you he was trouble. Ah, there, it's in this dialogue, it's Severin, that's who I'm thinking about. Okay, here we go. Until now, I had no choice but to rely on that charlatan Severin. Even though I am full aware he's been doing shady deals behind my back, more than once I've heard tell of improper trading with goblins. I wouldn't be the least surprised if that were happening right now. Not a bell ago, a sack of oranges vanished, as did Severin. I want you to find and confront the bastard for me, Duskwiller. I'm sure there's wrongdoing afoot, so be sure to doubt anything that comes out of his mouth. Which is why we kind of have to save his friends, because his deal with the goblins goes wrong. Horribly wrong. So I'm coming, Severin. Save your worthless hide. Well, sends him heading this way, might as well kill the goblin stickers. I had to kill one. Who cares? Who cares about you? See you later, sucker. Alright, there's Severin. I gotta doubt anything that he says. First, I'll show you what he says if you don't doubt him first. Bloody hells! I'm up the strait without a paddle. What's this now? Stalwern sent you for the oranges? Huh? So the old bugger had known all this time? Or what does it matter anyway? Listen, you're one of those goody-goody adventurer types, right? Go rescue me mates from those double-dealing goblins. They're just over yonder by the bonfire. So they're over here. You see the purple stuff? That means that we're gonna get attacked. Let's see. Let's see if I can get him before they attack. Oh, I can get him before they attack. Gotta kill these guys first. Oh, bugger, my health's low. I'm not gonna die. I am not going to die. Ah, take that. My health is low and I'd still beat your frickin' face. Now we just gotta help these guys up. I owe you one, would have gotten away myself if not for Severin shoving me aside. Severin sent you? Ha! The way he flew out of here, I was sure he'd sold us down the river. If you hadn't come, my dodo would have been cooked. Cooked dodo. Yeah, now we gotta talk to Severin again. You saved me, mates, and for that I owe you. Good. Don't go dealing with the serpent readers. Suppose I should be ashamed I couldn't clean up my own mess. But a pirate knows no shame. I've no qualms about going back on my word. I'm only giving you this sack because I like the cut of your gin. Take it to Ozin and send him my regards. What have we here? Delivery from Summerford Farms? And as scheduled? Ha! There's a first time for everything. Well, look at that. Not a single one missing either. About the only things not here are those bagmen, and I don't miss them one bit.
Here's Stalwern's payment in full. With you, I can trust it'll reach him. Indeed it shall, as I sprint all the way back there. Back in one piece? That's a relief. How did you fare, Duskwielder? Ah, this is what I was aiming for. Looks to be all I own, alright. Though I'd be telling you false if I claimed I had not held out more hope for settlement. I was even willing to overlook the skimming off the top, but to sell us all short in favor of those godforsaken goblins. You'd do well to mind yourself around that two-guild chief. If he'd leave his own mates for dead, there's no telling what he'd do to you. Hey, time to get the bronze knives here. Anything else new? Well, we can get this. But it does take off the helmet. Don't think I want to do that. Not yet, anyway. Get that. And that. Alright. So this is how we look for now. Now we get to talk to Gerset. Gerset seeks fertile soil to improve the yields of his newly plowed fields. Blast, at this rate the crops will never be ready for harvest. If only we had Blackwall. Just a bit could send our stocks soaring. I'll bet Rotwina knows where you can find some cracker
Either way, I know where to find it as well. In fact, I'll flat out tell you why I said, oh no. Gotta pick up the poop. That's all I'm saying. That Gersant's got a head of cabbage if he thinks I'm fetching him any Blackwall. But if you dare to pinch some from the cook pot, it'd be my guess. Just mind you don't get trampled upon by the Oroches that dwell there. Once you've 3 bushels worth, take the Blackwall to at Tiller's Rest. He'll know what to do. Looks like those pirates are chasing someone. Ooh, I need to kill grounded raiders. And pirates. Well, that works. Since I'm in Limsa Lominsa, I'm going to the Rogues Guild. Just because I am here in Limsa Lominsa. Yep, I'm not wasting any time. It's gonna be especially nice once I reach level 20. Because if you didn't hear me last time, which you probably didn't, I'm gonna make my own guild, in which all you guys can join in if you just, like, send me your character ID so that I can invite you to the guild. That's all it's gonna take, and I will put you in the guild. But of course, you have to be level 20 to make the guild first. So until then, put comments on the videos as to what you want the name of the guild to be, and I will decide based on what name is the most popular or which one I like the best. Depends. Because it's like, there's a whole bunch of different names, but there's like none of them that are the same. I'm gonna have to choose my favorite. But if there's a bunch that are the same, then I'm gonna choose those. Because mainly, I just want this to be for you guys. And yeah, this is for you guys. I'm gonna read that. Done with your milling, are ye? Ye can never have enough blade practice, ye young colt. In fact, I'll even add a list of markers for ye hunting log. Pit yourself against the lot, and you'll soon learn some new steps for your dance with the daggers. Hey, you must think of yourself as a dancer, not a bleeding butcher. You only need so much force to ram a short blade into the hilt. Precision and speed, that's how you get the most out of your stabbers. Bulky armor will only have you plodding about like an ungainly Oroctus. So make sure you wearing gear what'll let you move freely as well. Alright, get your blade work up to scratch, Herobrine, and I might just have a job for you. Alright, so I'm going to leave that quest there. Well actually, yep. I'm gonna do one rogue quest per episode. So I'm gonna do a part of the main story quest and a rogue quest per episode. That's how it's gonna be. I'm gonna teleport to Summerford. It's gonna cost me money. But don't care. Yeah, sorry about that. I had to take care of something.
Did you name yourself David? Dutch Wielder? That's
Alright, I'm gonna have to kill these guys. Actually, I'm not. Crap you, frickin'. I gotta collect this black worm. This silly black worm shit. And you'll find out that's actually kind of funny. If you haven't already figured out what black worm is. Then you'll find out shortly. Arg, even the weeds wither and die in this desolate dirt. But a bit of this black lom ought to change all that. I haven't seen any in ages. Gathering black lom's not for the weak of will, nor the weak of stomach, eh? Ha 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 ha. Well, don't tell me Gersent and Rottweinde neglected to mention where black lom comes from. Well, surely you figured it out on your own, from the cloying stench. It comes from the Orochus lair of all places. Ahem, well, why dwell on who misled whom about what? What matters is that your efforts have brought us the black lom, and we can expect a bountiful harvest as a result. Thank you. So if you didn't figure it out from that, black lom is shit. Confounded pirates, they know nothing of tillin', only killin'. Steal our shovels to melt and forge into axes of all things. They're biting the hand that feeds them. The mangy mongrels, I'd love to teach those curs a lesson in obedience myself. Games. Sorry for skipping that. I don't want to play freaking Warcraft. I don't want to play around. Talk to him again. Wish I had my invisibility ability so that I wouldn't have to deal with all these dwarf rats. Wonder what those sea dogs will try and steal when there's no harvest. Good to see the tools back and in serviceable condition, which will be more than we can set on down. Just so I don't have to do it. Soon, I won't have to do that because I'll have the ability to turn invisible and talk to those guys. So, those guys won't attack me while I'm talking. Pirates making off with our tools. Did well not to take matters into his own hands. Last thing I need is blood on my crops. But I'll be damned if Severin thinks he can take us for fools. His treachery won't go unpunished. I've come to expect a great deal from you, lad, and you've never once let me down. Yet what I'd ask of you now goes beyond aught I've asked before. Would you hear my plea all the same? Starwin has good reason to believe that Severn is up to no good. Something must be done. Yes, something must be done. And I'll do something. It eases my mind to have your ear. You're no doubt familiar with the scoundrel Severn by now. Well, the scheming scapegrace is at it again. Since that letter came for him, he's been skulking around in the manner he does when he's up to no good. Now he's rounded up his rogues and buggered off, with nary a word to anyone. I've grown accustomed to his insolence, but something tells me this is different. It ain't exactly damning, but when last I had words with him, he didn't look defiant so much as hunted. I can't help thinking he's gone looking for trouble and found more than he wanted. So I was hoping he might hunt his sorry hide down and drag it back here before it's too late. The ungrateful little cur bites me every chance he gets, but I can't quite bring myself to cut him loose. I suppose he reminds me a bit of my younger self. Suffice it to say, I'd rather he didn't come to a sticky end. As for how to find him, I'd try asking Grinniwad at the Aetherlight. She was the last one to see him. I dare say she'll be able to tell you where he was headed. Nothing that passes through those gates escapes my notice. I saw the Rouser and his rabble set out for the Woad Whisper Canyon not long ago, singing about drinking themselves stupider. Cheeky sods said I should join them. I told them I'd rather shrivel up than sip whatever it was they had picked for their brains. If you find the idle swine, be sure to give them a cuff round the ear for me, will you? Alright, so I know where I'm going. The episode is drawing to a close, so you know. Off all the dirty disciple downright dastardly deeds that slippery bastard's done. Claiming to take the lads out for a drink only to lead us straight into a bloody trap. It don't get no lower than that. Of course, I've learned to stay a step ahead of old Severn, so I was ready, but the others weren't so lucky. You've got to help them. Uh-oh, what happened? What did... What did that sneaky little jerk do? My axe may as well have been a white flag for all the good it did. Hope you fare better, or the sorry bastards in there are done for. here's the last guy. There's Severed in there and some blood reavers right here. The blood reaver right there. At long last, you will have the dog's death you deserve, deserter. So this guy right here said it was the blood reaver betrayal. Or something like that. I just gotta talk to him and then I'm gonna start a fight. Severin might have got us into this mess, but I ain't about to let him give his life for us. I'd sooner bow to a fishback than be in that covenant bastard's debt. To arms!
True name. You betray even yourself, Severin. We were prepared to overlook the matter of your desertion on the condition that you provided us with suitable replacement. That was the agreement. Yet your latest change of heart leaves your debt to us unpaid. Few are they who betray the Serpent Reavers twice. You will not do so a third time. Cowering behind your protector will only delay the inevitable. Honorless wretch, your life is all you have left. And worthless though it be, we shall take it. As masked mage is masking, a mournful voice of creation, send unto me a creature of the abyss, my thrall's command, that I may smite my enemies. Could be taken. This man is no ordinary adventurer.
really kind of important. And now we just gotta teleport back to Summerford Farms. Lo, I knew you'd return. Y'shtola delivered Severin a bit ago. Tells me your heroic deeds precede you. The rest came shuffling back too, the lot of them sporting the same haunted expression. It's me who's to blame for that. That and the rest. I was once a serpent reaver. A thrall to the Sahagin? Seven hells, the reavers may look and sound and act like pirates, but they're not but the fishback flunkies. Us pirates ain't much for laws, but there's things we won't do. We've got a code, see? Yeah, I know. I'm someone who has to uphold that code. But the reavers never followed a word of it. A few years back, they started snatching law-abiding Laminsons. I'd only just taken my oath when our captain bent the knee to his new Sahagin masters. I knew I had to get away. So I crept off one night, got myself a new name, and found myself a new home, Summerford Farms. Trouble is, secrets don't stay secret for long. Round here, and word soon spread all the way back to the sea. The penalty for desertion is death, but the reavers offered me a way out. Instead, my freedom in exchange for my mates. The letter. I don't know what I was thinking. I wasn't bloody thinking. Too busy soiling myself. Hey, but you got there in the end, didn't you? When the time came, you made the right decision. The men say little to me, but I hear them talk of how you stood up to the reavers at the last, of how you tried to give your life to save theirs. Be that as it may, no deed, however good, can atone for the crime of betraying your brethren. I know that, I do. That is why I'm going to hand myself over to the Yellow Jackets, and I'll bring shame to Summerford Farm no more. You'll hear no arguments from me. Each man must sail according to his own moral compass. I just hope yours guides you back here someday. There will always be a place for you here at Summerford Farms, lad. And I'll always be in your debt, Silward. I owe you a debt too, Hero Brian. Not once have you let me down. Thank you for saving the men of my farm. If I could ask one more favor of you, it'd be this. Tell Baderon what's happened from start to finish. I'm certain he'd put in a good word for Severin if he knew the whole story. And he's one of the few people I think who the Yellow Jackets will listen to. Well, I reckon I've asked all I can possibly ask of you. Safe travels, son. Now we're going to return. Okay, so now we gotta go to the Drowning Winch, which is this way. Like it? Bloody hells! Life on the farm ain't quite how I pictured it. But you needn't worry yourself over young Severin. The Yellow Jacket, as Anne's out the punishments, is a good mate of mine. If I ask him nice, I reckon he'd be willing to commute the lad's sentence from Engen to Keelholland. Kindly gent that he is. I'm only jesting with ye. I'll see he's treated fair. Now it sounds to me like ye done everything else Stelwyn asked of ye, and more, just to find me generous finder's fee in the process. Much obliged, lad. As for a reward, well, she's a lonely lady, this drowning wench of mine. How do you fancy keeping her company for a spell? With free room and a board. Venture's a trying business after all. Them as don't rest their bones every now and again tend to end up with broken ones. And take it from me, fighting ain't nearly so much fun when you're nursing a shattered arm. Got that? Good. There'll always be a free bed for you, so make use of it. Not that you'll have much time for lying around, what with all the levs you'll be doing. Oh, didn't I mention I'm putting your name down for levs? Our guild draws all manner of clients, offering a manner of odd jobs. Honestly, you'd be amazed how much folks will pay to avoid doing an honest day's labor. Just give a shout whenever you feel like making a few extra gil. She'll always have some tasks or other to for ye to do. Oh, and it's all above board, in case you're wondering. We're careful to stay on the Admiral's right side in here. Unlike some pirates I could mention, I tell ye. If it turns out that they had aught to do with them kidnappings, there'll be 7 L's to pay. A proper bleeding reckon. Mayhap that's what Limsa means, though. On rough seas, sometimes you have to rock the boat to right it. But we'll have time for such talk when you're well and rested. Till then, enjoy the wench's hospitality. Okay, guys, so that was this episode. This episode's now over, so the last thing you're gonna see me do is go into the inn room and take a rest. All the inn rooms look different depending on where you are. This is the Levinson one, and so that is the end of this episode. To see you again on next episode, which should be tomorrow, I would say. Should be, unless something comes up. So, see you guys tomorrow. Bye.